Hammer, you have a question?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I spoke with you earlier. I just want to speak publicly about it. I've got a bill out there as far as requiring DHS to get a RFP to bring back to the legislative body for scrubbing the Medicaid rolls. Can the chair give reasonable assurance that if I pull that bill down, that would be incorporated in what's going to be included in looking at the RFP? I think that provide a valuable service. I just want the assurances and comment publicly from the chairs, please.
Well, and I think that Representative Farrar mentioned in his comments that he would like an audit of the Medicaid rolls, and I think is based on the input he had, which I think most of us would consider scrubbing the rolls. And I think I visited with Representative Hammer, and my comment to him was that certainly ought to be part of this RFP, is that we have a thorough, review of what do we have now. Remember, the first thing is where we are. Where are we? How does our Medicaid roll look now? Is there people on it that shouldn't be on it? And is there people not on it that should be on it? So to do a thorough scrubbing of the rolls is something that I think needs to be included in the RFP, and I believe a lot of the things that we have already specified in the scope would cover that. So I would certainly support that. And again, I told Representative Hammer, it's certainly up to him. I would never tell someone to pull down a bill or whatever, but I think that should be and will be part of the scope of this RFP.
And I would just add to that, but in the context of what they're currently doing. So, for example, I don't know what DHS currently does to keep the rolls accurate. So let's say they do 5 things, but there's something that either the consultant comes up with or one of us comes up with that would be a 6th thing they could do that would enable them to do a better job of scrubbing the rolls. I just don't want us reinventing the wheel on every notion, because it gets overwhelming and expensive. And it also does not become sustainable. If DHS needs to add one more thing to what they do to keep the rolls accurate, that's a lot smarter than reinventing a whole new process where we could stumble.